So session 2, critical hit cards reared their ugly head and just decimated the first major boss monster. The party ran into some people on the road, followed a random encounter side quest, and decided to fight the Burning Sting bandits, called the Burning Sting because they are friends with some manticores. These manticores are more Greek in nature. I gave them the Scorpion Sting attack of a scorpion, and yeah, while super cool stuff happened to the one manticore, Philippocles dive bombed it 50 feet out of the air after climbing this tree and jumping out of the tree. Whenever your players are trying to do cool stuff like that, don't be a stick in the mud. You know what I mean? Like, how hype is it to climb a tree, leap out, and like drag a creature out of the air? That's super hype. Don't take that away. Don't take that away from people. Let RNGesus take it away. At least give him a chance. While that was happening, though, Anastasia had cast an incredible suggestion upon this creature, the Manticore, and it was wrecking in her name, essentially. However, eventually, the leader of the bandits, I let RNGesus decide. I was like, all right, they've been fighting this Manticore for like 2 rounds now. They probably think something's going on. So I had them do an intelligence check. They got an amazing check. They were like, magic. So they look around. Who's casting magic? Well, you got a Medusa who's casting magic, but you also have a Siren who's doing magic. Mind control magic. Who's going to control minds? A Siren. Takes a shot with his bow, hits Anastasia in the shoulder. Anastasia fails her concentration check. She's no longer using suggestion. This bad boy, he's super mad about being mind controlled. He runs over and attacks her. I said that he is so mad he's going to use all 3 of his attacks. Welp, that was the end of that, because she got dropped by the first one and then hit by the other 2. Because we used critical hit cards, she was down on the ground, she was unconscious. Both of those were critical hits. She was eviscerated. 3 sessions in, already have a dead character eviscerated. Wow. This is a campaign where I really don't want to kill anybody because it's character centric. The characters drive the story. I can't be like revolving door swapping out these characters. What's worse is that Gerber baby over here, Kyra, she promised to protect Anastasia and the rest of the party, and she failed miserably. You can actually see she's having a picnic here with the Piglet of Destiny, while the person she swore to protect is being killed. So in this setting, if you break an oath, you get in a lot of trouble, regardless of who you are. So Kyra the Bard is like, oh man, I gotta do something about this. Fortunately, this adventure is written by some pretty savvy individuals, and Kyra does have in her bag of holding scrolls of Raise Dead. So she does, after the battle, with the assistance of Nurse Philippocles, put Anastasia back together, Frankenstein style, and cast Raise Dead on her. Now, Anastasia's character bases everything about her moods, feelings, and that is kind of what fuels her power and her abilities. So obviously, getting killed make her very sad, and she was very sad after dying. Especially since some crazy backstory stuff happened while she was dead. But anyways, yeah, character death that early on. Most campaigns that I run, I'll tell people, until you're level 5, your life don't matter to nobody. Because, honestly, it doesn't. You're a level 1 character. This is why I tell people don't bother with a huge backstory until you're higher in level, because don't come at me with like a character you spent $100 on character art for, and you wrote a 16-page backstory, and they're level 1, and then they get critically hit by a goblin, and they die. I've seen it. I've seen it too many times. So like, please don't do that to yourself. This campaign, though, I started them at level 3. I told them that they had to have backstories. I told them they had to have rumors about their characters that I could seed into the game and to the other players. They had to have relationships with the other characters. Like, so this character death hit hard. I mean, there was some sadness from this character death. And I am, once again, impressed by the writing of this campaign because they told me to tell the players to be emotionally invested in these characters. And even though the character died, there was an emergency hatch to bring him back. That's why, with character death, it's all about the campaign. What kind of campaign are you running? Are you running a crazy meat grinder, Tomb of Annihilation, Red Hand of Doom type thing, or are you running a character centric story? Are you trying to make that Critical Role game that in this case Odyssey of the Dragonlords? That's going to change how you handle death. Are my players playing stupid or lazy because they have a person around who's going to try and keep them alive? No, they're still playing super smart. They're still playing super defensive. They're still playing strategically. So as long as, again, you communicate with the group about what's the campaign, what's the theme of the campaign, what are we trying to accomplish with the campaign, even things like an unexpected character death can be addressed in a way that doesn't feel like it's cheapening the narrative too much. So that's what I kind of got from this, and hopefully Anastasia bounces back because that was pretty rough. All right, see you next time.